Hey guys, welcome back to our brand new episode. Gotta do better than that to get rid of us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell. We're here every week, so yeah. But this week's episode,
we are back, guys. So
we are discussing an interesting fact that we stumbled upon. So we're doing some research, right? And then we discovered that pretty much the Disney princesses that we grew up watching all had some sort of disorder, some behavioral disorder.
Exactly. So now, not even just your Disney princesses, right? Just TV shows in general, that they're basically saying have it been in front of our face this whole time. Like, so we're growing up watching these cartoon characters, we're relating to them, and they're thinking like, oh my goodness, like this is normal day behavior.
Yeah.
And find out that it's not.
Yeah, so
that is basically being programmed.
Right. So a lot of these children, we're relating to a lot of these behavioral characteristics, and we think it's cool, we think it's sweet. Now, I don't think it would have been so bad if the Disney characters came out, forward with these characters' conditions, but these conditions aren't clear. You just see somebody behaving in a way, and they're the main character. You know what I mean? And somebody who's impressionable, they're going to want to be like that. And it's just an example of like things that what we can watch really can help program us. Not just, how we feel, think, but our behaviors as well. And the first group of people who are like monkey see, monkey do are children. So it's like, that's the easiest way to notice how programming works.
Right.
Yet somehow makes them the easiest targets. So now we have, what do you think? Do you think...
I do think it is important to be mindful, because we, as kids, you are more susceptible to what's being put out there, whether it's, pre-programmed characteristics, personalities that you think are yours. It's kind of like these things are being projected onto you. Kind of like the scenarios of when you grew up, when you're a parent and your kids, you're like, oh, she's just shy. Well, is she really shy, or are you just projecting that onto her? So it's kind of like the phenomenon of the entertainment industry. Media is giving us these personalities, I think. And it's just kind of like, well, now we have this lead of misdiagnosis.
Okay.
And the world.
True.
And the medical world.
Right, because you're saying they're not really born with these conditions, but they're acting out in these conditions. So
that's a possibility, yeah.
Right, no, that's true. And then so that, when their parents are trying to figure out what's wrong with them, it's not like they're just going to outrightly say, oh, I'm just behaving like Pocahontas because I think she's awesome. You know what I mean? Which she is. But, the psychiatrists, or psychologists are just going to analyze them and say, oh, you guys are behaving like this, like you have this condition.
Exactly.
And then they really don't have these conditions.
Because we all know it's a checklist for them, and sometimes it's a check. And so they're not like, really looking at these kids as individuals. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, okay, check. Now you have ADHD, and now there's a whole bunch of medicines and you gotta take, and now there you go on your journey of having ADHD.
Right. So it's just like, it's a little confusing as far as what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like, these kids are behaving like these characters, and then now they're also getting misdiagnosed when it comes to their behaviors being analyzed. It's just, I just wish things were more directive.
Well, exactly. Is it a myth or is it not? Because because this study, it's actually not even a study, but it's kind of like a poll that someone did, that these Disney characters are portraying these type of disorders.
Right.
Yeah, but it's kind of like having all that symptoms on there that looks like it's pretty much close to being a fact. Like, how would you guys rate that? Like, is it a myth? Would you think it's true that there is a correlation between the two?
Yeah. I would, the way I would study that is like all the bad kids in class, for example.
Yeah.
Write down what they be watching. I'm just curious. Like, let's make all of them write what they be watching, and then the good kids, make them write down what they be watching. and
That's so
it may be able
interesting.
to help us see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that study,
That study would go wild.
we definitely gotta put some boundaries on that study.
Right, because we don't want them questioning us like, why they separating us like that? Like, next thing you know, their parents coming in like, you segregating our kids.
And it's just like, listen, we were just trying to see if there was a correlation with what the kids are watching versus, the mental disorders that they later on may, exhibit in life.
Yeah, so it's hard to say what's really going on, but at least the parents should know. You should be aware of this a little bit, maybe, I don't know, because especially a lot of these disorders go unnoticed in our community anyway.
Yeah,
so it's like
true.
it could be one of those situations where it helps you figure out there's something wrong with your kid, or maybe it helps misdiagnose your kid. I don't know, but
and even then, if it does give you a new insight on it, like say maybe like it properly diagnose your kid, that's great, because now you have a new way to see, that relationship with your child, and making sure that he or she gets the help that they need. But but that misdiagnosis and that projection, that's key.
Yeah. I mean, and we could be reading too far into it, because how many people really still do the things that they did when they were kids? Maybe you grow out of it. Maybe it's just one of those things where temporarily it like programs your mind, and then over time you realize, oh snap, well, I'm not acting like myself. Or it might trigger into some other behavioral problems that you really can't shake off for the rest of your life. Who knows? What do I know really? Like, I'm just brainstorming.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, these are conspiracy theories that people are saying is what's, linking the two together.
Yeah. Because we're all trying to solve the world's problems.
Okay, but like, if you're a parent out there, how is your kids' TV time? What superheroes do you let them watch or don't watch?
Yeah.
Like, are you seeing similarities in their behaviors when they watch a TV show or movie? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's true. Because I know a lot of the parents, they don't even let their kids play certain video games because of the violence in it. There has to be some sort of truth to that if we are guarded as far as like what we kids, what our children see.
Yeah.
But it may be different for y'all. I mean, because I know there's a lot of strong spirits, a lot of strong souls out there who overcome all of their environment's downfalls and darts that they throw at you. So, I won't take the power away from you. But, just let us know what you think about that, as far as our Disney princesses all having behavioral disorders.
Okay,
Yikes.
I know. And so we are here every single week. So like and subscribe if you have not already. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Bye.